All right, so I did that. Now I just want to revisit the small circles for you, because I really would like her to be able to bend that ribcage so that we can have that as an exit strategy when you're going to work with her one day, when you need that, because that's going to be when we're out on the trail and she gets anxious, that's like, so we want to practice this a lot and a lot. At the moment, it's more about teaching her, and we'll see. So it should be quite easy now. So again, she's asking questions. She's like, do you want me to stop? Do you want me to come close? Do you want me to do this? I'm like, no. Also, what I'm doing right now, there, good. What I'm doing right now, because I've realized that she is super, super sensitive to the rope holder. So any little change, actually, like, she noticed that. So what I do with the little circles now, I put my rope holder on my hip like this, and then I don't move, but if she moves and puts pressure on herself, she basically discovers where that boundary or where that circle line is all by herself. So I don't have to do anything. So I ask her to go. Then I put my hand on my hip. I'll try to stay in the middle as much as I can, like not move around on a circle by myself too much. See how she avoids the pressure with the rope holder by looking in? And then all I have to do now is to ask for that rip. There. So I want the inside hind, yes, to step under. Good girl. That was way better than last time, wasn't it? Yeah.
And she started off really reactive.
Yep.
But then she did.
Okay. Let's give that a try. Let's practice that when it's your turn, okay? Because I think she's starting to get the hang of it. And it's just such a beneficial exercise, because we're going to try and practice this as much as we can while she's calm. And if you ever have a get-to situation where she's completely, flighty and you can't, this is going to be the exercise you're going to go back to. Yeah? So I'll just do this again. So you want to put that on your hip, and then see if you can also plant your feet and then you want to just encourage that step under. Beautiful. Good girl. It's releasing a bit of stuff for you, is it? Yeah. Just letting her. She's have big yawns and big chews today, which is great. Super, super good. Okay. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. Yeah, good girl. Yes. Good girl. Good girl. Yeah, I think she's very smart, very sensitive. But we had to crack her open a bit. Yeah, we had to crack her open a little bit. And like those first sessions that we did, I watched them back the other day. They're just so valuable, because it just showed her that she's got choice and that we're here to help and we're here to build a communication, not just to make her move a certain way or do something. So that was pretty good, actually. I'm going to leave it there. That was good. Just trying to think where the saddle fits in. I feel like we should do it now, because if it does stir up a lot of stuff, then we can finish on the small circles and something she knows, and like something with you, more connection based, that makes her feel better. Do you want to just, I'm going to hold her here, like I'll just stand with her. How would you usually set, do you have her tied up? Do you do it at liberty? How would you saddle her if you saddle her? Tie her up. All right, so I'll be your tie. And you just, and basically I just want to see what she does and how she feels about it, and that's the whole point.
Usually let him.
Yeah, that's good. No, I'll do the same. It sort of shows her, if you let her sniff things, it sort of, first of all, you know that you've got her mind. She's not like thinking about anything else, which reduces the risk of her having a big flight moment all of a sudden.
Yeah.
And also it creates some sort of acceptance. I remember as a child when we would groom our horses, whenever we would change our tools like the brush or the curry comb, we would first go to the horse's head and let them sniff and like ask for that sort of bend almost. And I was just like, that was just habit. Like that's just what we did. And then when I started training horses, I like reflected back to it. I'm like, oh my God, like that was a safety thing. Like, you know, knowing we've got, because we work with big, like Hanoverian, warm blood. Is it a warm blood? I think so. Warm blood? Yeah. Anyway, big, massive horses. Like, and we were like little children. I don't know how they let us do that. But anyway, I love, look, so just for horsemanship purposes, see how her head is below her withers. So if you draw a line from the withers, that's a relaxed horse. When her head is above the withers, there is some level of anxiety. You can measure the level of anxiety of your horse by how high her head goes, okay? So this is a relaxed horse now. A lot of horsemen, so no, I'm not going to, I keep saying a lot of horsemen, but I've seen it happen that they're like, got to put your head down, and they teach the horse to give to the pressure, but it's like a reaction, and then they're sort of thinking, oh, I'm facing my horse into relaxing, but the horse is just complying. It's like that fawn response that we were talking about, but on the inside they're not relaxing. But right now no one's forcing her to hold her head there, so she's alert, her ears are going, her blink rate is a bit down, but yeah, there's not a lot of blink, but it could also be because she's just, see how head comes up. So she's orienting, something's happening over there, which is fine. So here you could bring in what some horsemen do, but it's not like put your head down because I tell you so. It's more of like a test. It's like, because we know she's really sensitive to the halter, right? So if I put a little bit of pressure on that halter and she cannot bring her head down, that means she's definitely not here. She's definitely worried. So I'm not going to pull any harder. I could maybe go, oh, there she gave. But it's more like, so once she gives, I know I've got her mind back, but I haven't forced her to do that. I haven't pulled any harder or like, you know, did anything like that. Right? It's just more of an ask. It's like, hey, can you relax? Are you able to drop your head? Yeah. And if she says, yeah, actually I am, you're like, okay, cool. We can continue. All right, see if you can continue with your saddle pad. She's having a look. But then she's coming back and her head's quite low, so I think we're fine. I think we've got the okay of her for her to continue. Just having a look. So my philosophy is let them have a look, and then when she turns her head around, it's basically her saying, okay.
Yeah, that's what I thought. I don't know. I think I just started doing it, so I was like, this is what I'm going to put on you.
Yeah, exactly. And I do the same. I do exactly the same. If I have a horse that does not want to look at the saddle and they're like, stand still, I'm actually get a bit concerned. I'm like I try and make them sniff the saddle and be like, go on. Okay, so let me see what happens when you put the saddle on. Yeah, so head comes up. That's okay, because the question now is like, okay, that concerns her, but can she come back down from that? Yeah, look, she puts her head around. She's like, oh, okay.
You know how I said whenever I'm riding, she like that.
Yeah. So she's just sussing it out. So she's probably, from knowing her now, I'm assuming that when you ride her, she is probably in some sort of uncertain state. The pressure of your legs don't make quite sense. She might be a bit worried. So she's just sussing it out. That's what it sounds to me. All right, do you want to do the girther? Because I don't think she's overly like concerned about it.
Take Eddie's off. That's why I came the wrong way.
That's all right. I was actually going to say to you, practice, like if you do want to put stuff on her, just practice, you know, coming with the saddle pad and putting it from the right. Like, remember how we were talking, they get really confident on the left because we do so much on the left?
Yeah.
Like, try and just think of any little thing that you could possibly do from the right, and just do that a bit more and see if you can balance it out.
Not usually girthy.
Yeah?
She did get girthy a little bit once.
Yeah, I could see her lip just flicker a little bit, and she just got a few wrinkles on your nostrils. So she was definitely giving you a bit. So when we also tie it up, try and make use of those roller bits. Oh, you don't have, oh yeah, they are.
Yeah.
Make use of those roller bits and go super, super slow and go. So if you think you could go to the second one, only go to the first. So you know what I mean? So you would tighten it up, and like you would think now, see how I got tension? You would think, oh, if I pull a little bit harder, I get an extra hole.
Yeah.
Stop there. Okay. Stop there, and then just let her breathe for a minute. You could even, if it's, I mean, that's not safe because it's not super on now, but let her breathe for a minute. You could even say, hey, can you put your head down? Yes, you can. Can you put your head around and have a look what I'm doing? Yes, you can too. Like anything that sort of helps her engage with it is going to build that confidence. Okay. Then once we've got that back, then you can go to that next one. And by that time, they actually, because their natural instinct is always to blow it up first.
Yeah.
It's because we do that too, right? If someone pushes you, the first thing you're going to do is sort of push back, right? So when, or imagine someone takes the lead rope and puts that around your belly. What the first thing you would do is like sort of float yourself up.
Yeah.
That's really, really normal, and it's nothing bad. And if we expect from our horses to not do that, we basically want them to override their instincts. Like, I want to see the humans that, you know, you can do that and strangle them and they don't have a reaction. So then you go to the next one, give it a moment again, right? Again, ask her, hey, are you still with me? Yeah, you can relax. Okay, do you want to come and have another look? Have another look. And obviously, you don't do that with a horse that you ride 7 or 6 days a week for the last 10 years, right? I just don't want people to think that you should do that every time. But with the way we're working now with her, you want to do this. Then I go. Okay. Yeah, so I'll see it as, okay, I'm fine with it. Okay, we don't need to do this too tight today. So what I'm going to do now, is it tight enough to not roll? I think it is. What I'm going to do now is, because we just did the small the small circles, I'm just going to do them again with the saddle on and see if it makes a difference to her. So if she would feel that barrel pressure with the girth and it is uncomfortable for her, that would make sense for her to get stuck, right? And it will be a completely different feel for her now. Yes, yes. Yeah, I can see it. Good girl. Good girl. Just gonna, looks very big for her too, a little bit. It might be a tad, it's not, doesn't matter for now because no one's sitting on her. It might be a tad too big for her because you'll be sitting here and you don't want the horse's saddle to be past their last ribs. And if you imagine, I always try and remember, or I imagine the horse is wet. I don't know if you ever seen a wet horse, because the hair goes that way and then that way, and that's where the drip line is, and that's usually where the last rib is. So that's how I try and remember it. So it's just there. But sorry, done. Okay. All right, I'm gonna let you do this in a minute. Good. See how she starts to like get worried? Yes, about something going on there. So that wouldn't have bothered her before, but because now there's a saddle on, so that's, you know, that trigger stacking. I don't know if you heard of that, right? One thing might not bother them, two things might not bother them, but if all three things come together, that's like, you know, so you gotta be mindful of that. Just because, you know, she just did the small circles doesn't mean that she's gonna do the small circles with the saddle on. Yeah. And this is where this exercise becomes so important, right? Good girl. All right, it's not too bad though. Oh, there's an airplane. See, if she's just out in the paddock grazing with her friends, that airplane would have not bothered her probably. If she's got a saddle on and someone's asking someone of her, and all of a sudden there's an airplane. We just gotta sometimes also keep our expectations of our horses in check. I've noticed that when I took a horse to a show, right? And you've got that common thing, but at home it would do it. At home it's really good. Yeah, but there's not like 20 other horses and speakers and flags and people, and yeah. And it gets better, right? The more, once they get super, super confident with that exercise, and they do that, like, you know, without even thinking, like we're driving our cars, and she gets super confident with the saddle, then all the other things she has more tolerance for, if that makes sense. All right. So, yes. Yes, good girl. Good girl. Well done. All right. I reckon what we're going to do is we're going to take the saddle off now, and then you're going to do the small circles. I'll let you take the saddle off. Take it off from the right. So see if you can always pamper in doing stuff from the right now for her, just to get a little bit more confidence on that side for her. She's just, when the girth came off, she's like, she like blinked and her head came down a little bit. It must feel like a relief, right? Imagine you wearing like a tight jeans with a belt all day, and then like you, or taking your bra off. Yes, exactly. Look, so that feels good. Okay. There you go. So do you want to just give it a go, or do you want one more tutorial, like as in what you should do?
Tutorial.
Okay, so I would probably stand sort of on a bit of a, I don't know if that's a 45, but it's like on her neck. Yeah, so she gets space to go around me. I want to plant my feet. I want to know where I'm standing. I don't want to drift around. I'm going to stand here, and you start sending her by, like, you know, just making herself big a little bit and just sort of leading with the lead rope. And then hopefully she goes. If she doesn't, you can enforce it with the stick on her bum. Okay. And then once she goes, put your hand back on your hip. Yeah. And let her do the work, as in finding that. And then what she does a few times is like she would ask, so she would bring her head in and then almost stop. So then it's your job to just tell her with the whip, Well, you can do it either with the lead rope. You can say, no, we keep going. Or you can say, no, we keep going. The whip's probably more for the bend. If she really stops, you could bring out the lead rope again, say, no, we're still going, bring it back. And then you want to use your stick to just create pressure on the rib cage where you would have your leg to get a bend out of her. All right, I'll let you start and then I'll coach you through it. Go a little bit shorter. I mean, actually, so just for the viewers, if you have a horse that you suspect to kick, usually with this stick and string, you want to have that much rope so that they're, they got about, that's the length of the leg. It shouldn't, but yeah, it shouldn't. That's probably good, actually. Yeah, keep that just yeah. Sorry, and then I'll usually pick up the stick. I know it's a lot. I know. It took me like a long time to get like, I mean, I'm still sometimes really ancho. Yeah. And then you ask her. And then just reinforce with the stick and be clear. You want her to go. So right now it's just all about, yeah, going. And put your hands to your hip. And just let her go around in a circle for now. Yeah. So every time she looks, just let her know, no, we're going, okay? Okay, and then when you feel that she's got a confident forward movement, might have to pick up your rope a little bit more, sorry. Just, oh no, there you go. So now when she gives you that bend, then ask with your stick for the bend in the rib cage, yeah? Yeah, just whenever. She needs forward movement to do it. Otherwise, you're going to do a hind quarter yield. You just got to play a little bit. You just got to find that. Oh, yeah. 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 Here you go. Yeah, keep going a little bit. So see if you can play a little bit with, like, can you step in even a bit more under? And see if, yep, good. And then when you really feel like you got her attention, yeah, I like that. She was asking and you were very clear on we're still going. Yes, yep. Just ask her for a little bit more of a bend. Yeah, so, okay, just stop there for a second. Try not to, so she's coming closer and you keep going and you keep going. Try not to do that. If you feel like she's coming closer, which she's usually doing with her shoulder, just use your stick and put her out there, okay?
Yeah.
Like, because otherwise, I mean, she's not a pushy, aggressive horse, but if you would have one and you move back, like that, now she's moving your feet and you're not moving hers.
Yeah.
So just really plant yourself, and if you need her to be further away, you tell her with the stick. You don't make way for her, okay? That's that bubble thing. But you're not doing too bad. Just maybe pick her up a little bit shorter. There you go. Also, I hold the lead rope like this, so the other way around. So you have your pinky, yeah, because then this is how we would also hold our reins. Yeah. So then you can play with that if you have to. Yeah. Yeah, ask her. Yep. Good. And then put your hand to your hip, so that this is a really clear, and then you don't move your feet. And now you ask her for the bend in the rib cage. So you put pressure. Yes. Good. Good. And then when you feel that she's really soft in the front, as in you don't feel her head, put a little bit more pressure. Yeah, yeah. Let her have that. So that was really good. I just want to talk to you when you should finish. So when you get that and she starts and you get a lot of slack in your rope and she's really going around you, not as in asking and I'm going to stop, but at least she's really doing this bend. Then what you can do, then you start looking at her bum and you bring her around with the hindquarters, like I did with the lunging. Then you face her up. That's to finish the exercise. A lot of slack. You really want her to be like paying attention to you, because So imagine you go on a trail ride. She gets off her head because there's a kangaroo and whatnot, and then you start doing this. You want to do this exercise until you have slack here, because that means she is holding her head there and she is now asking you and she's paying attention to you, and her mind is back on you. Yeah, because if she's like, if you just bend her, but like you gotta like really bend her, that doesn't mean that you got her mind. That means you got her bend. But we want to get her mind. Okay, so try that again. So just when it's, I know that sounds really flossy and doesn't, but when it feels good, just trust your intuition. There's a moment it feels real good. Just trust that. Yeah. You've got to create the bend with the stick. Yeah, yes, bring your head out, there you go, back on your hip, and take your stick to create the bend or space if you have to. Yes. That exercise is really doing something for her, isn't it? All right, so be a bit more particular in your ask now. So ask, like with your stick, do you want that bend? Yeah, it's about the bend now. She's moving forward now. Yes, I saw that too. I would have released on that one as well. Well done. Trust that gut feeling. Like, you know, you know. All right, try the other side. So go on your, maybe just bring her, just go and stand like more in the middle there, just for camera purposes, not for coaching purposes. Yeah, just ask her for us to follow that around. That's all right. You know what? Just let her start walking, and then you slide back in the middle there. And there.
Wait, which way are we going?
Yeah, yeah, yes, we're going this way. Yes, yes. All right, stop there and ask her. Yep. Reinforce with your stick. Be very clear. Yeah, and then the moment she starts walking, you release. Yep. Make yourself some space. Don't let her push you over. Yep. Yes. I agree. I agree. You'd feel like, yes, you really do it one more time. Just for fun. No, because I feel like it helps you with your timing and having more confidence. And this is such an important exercise. I would love you to pamper that in if you can, as much as you can. So just, yeah, so you just want to keep it in movement rather than just doing the hind quarter yield. Yeah. Like, it's not the end of the world if she does the hind quarter yield and faces up to you. It's still like, you know, but you want to keep the movement because eventually you want to do it in the movement. Just be really mindful that you're not stepping out of her way, okay? That she doesn't start moving your feet. So now ask her a little bit more forward with your hand. Yeah. And back on your hip. And then you gotta, yeah, be a bit dexterous. Yeah, let her go. And just, sorry, I just, because she's now just sort of facing you. See if you can counter step. See if you can get 3 really good feeling steps out of her. I'll count them for you. Yeah, ask her for a bit more bend. Yeah, ask her out the, yes, that's it. Keep asking her. Yep. All right, 1, 2, 3. All right, and then you can release. Yeah, if you want. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Good. You get a feel of what it feels like? Yeah. So you want you to keep in movement because you don't want her to just stop and face you. You want her to keep in movement and really make that connection with you.
Yeah.
And that's the same thing you're going to do that in the saddle. So if she gets, you would literally bend her around. You bring your what's it called? The rein. You literally bring your rein to your hip, or actually you bring it to the knee usually. And then you hold it on your knee. And then you're going to keep her going actually. You don't want her to just stop. And then you're waiting for that slack for her to keep stepping under and bringing her mind back. Hard work, Sally, isn't it? All right, do you want to revisit something else? It's almost getting dark, but like I feel like you haven't had a lot of time. Is there something you were struggling with that you would like a little bit more help with? Or that we were unsure of?
The hindquarters.
You said you were doing that at Liberty.
Yeah, I gave it a go.
Yeah, and you
She
said
did a couple, but I think she didn't realise she was off. And then after a few, she was like, ah. And then she just kind of
yeah, because that's actually quite hard to do a hindquarter yield at Liberty without them leaving you.
Yeah, I think she did about 2 or 3, like not many.
Do you want to give the sending a go? Do you want to see how the lunging feels for you? Just as an experiment. Like if you say, nah, it's not for me, like
No,
because
okay.
it's so.
Just remind me.
Yeah, so you stand in front of her now. We'll start with, well, probably the right again. So you do the same. So you sort of put your arm out where you want to go, and you start twisting your body a little bit, like as if you would want to go in the circle too. Yeah. And then if she doesn't go, you let the string out, and you sort of start probably slapping on the ground, and then you come closer and closer and closer, and then if it touches her, that's where I usually stop. I don't go harder then, but I just keep the rhythm, and then the moment she gives you a try of moving out on the circle, you release, you reset, and you start again. But let's see, she might not even need that much pressure, so just let her out a little bit more when you do, and just get in the habit of putting it like that. Yep. Let this go. Just hold it single. That makes it easier. Yeah. And let the other stuff drag. All right. So you stand right in front of her, facing her. Okay. Now make yourself big. Start like out. There. And now you start swinging the stick towards her shoulder. Keep going. She's going to test you now if you mean it. And then keep going closer, closer. Yep. Stop. You get tangled up. That's okay. Yeah. Oh, it's a lot, eh? It's a lot going on. All right, so now start again. Up, point, there, gone. All right, now the same thing. Plant your feet in the middle, sort of. Don't have a big movement. Bring your hand down. Okay, now point your hand up and tell her we keep going. And back down. So the moment she gets going, you let her down. Okay, it's just, and she's asking, so tell her, yep, we're still moving. There you go. There. See how she reacts to that really beautifully? So, but she will ask you a few times. So just see if you can spot that ask and then answer her. Yes. Okay. Now she just needs a little bit of, yeah. Yes. Good. Yes. Beautiful. All right, and now see if you can bring your energy up and feel trot. Maybe it helps when you had to go with the rhythm. Do you know the trot rhythm? Like 1, 2, 1, 2. Maybe feel that. Don't go backwards, though. And then force with the stick if you have to. If she's not quite sure, she's getting unsure of what you want, You're standing on your stick.
Yeah.
I know, that's okay. That's okay. That happens to me too. God, the amount of times I get tangled up and the string goes around my legs, and I'm thinking if the horse bolts now, I'll be down like this. And no. All right, just try again. There you go. Yep. All right. And now think 1, 2. Yes. Okay. And then bring your hand down. Good. And back to walk. And ask again. Think 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Yes. And then down. And do it one more time. Yes. All right. Now look at her bum. Pretty cool, eh? And now just enforce that bubble. So just make sure she doesn't come on top of you. Yes. Good. Perfect. I know. Did that feel different to the leading with energy? Did that feel better for you? Yeah, maybe because it's that space. I feel like it feels better for you too, for her too.
I think because I'm not trying to like
walk as well.
Yeah.
You can coordinate. Yeah.
One less thing to worry.
Yeah, no, that's good.
No, I like that.
Yeah, great. Just try the other side. Just to give you the experience of holding the tools on the other side, and then make sure you hold your lead rope with your pinky to her buckle. There you go. Yes, nice. And then make sure, yeah, good. When she comes in, you can either block her by literally just putting your hand with the lead rope out to block her head a bit, or you can use your, so tell her to keep going. Now be clear about it. Yes, use your stick if you have to, and don't walk backwards. If any, you want to walk into her. Yeah, it's very tricky. I think I still do it sometimes, so don't be disheartened, okay? It just can, with some horses, become a dangerous game. Just keep answering those questions. So all she does is like she's asking. It's like, do you still want me to go? Yeah, I still want you to go. Just ask her to go out a little bit with your stick pointed at her shoulder. Yeah, keep pointing. Yeah. So be clear now. Keep at her, like, yes, and release. All right, now she's taken a little bit of responsibility as in walking, so now you could try to trot. And you could reinforce with your stick if she doesn't quite pick up on your energy. The same thing, you would swing it on the ground behind her. Keep going, keep going, keep going. Okay, now go to her shoulder with the stick, not her bum. And don't be shy if you need to touch her. Keep getting closer, keep getting closer. Yes, and release. All right. And reset. Be bold. There, stop. Like not stop, but release. Yeah. There you go. Okay, now let her go. Nice. Try to walk into her, like with her. See if you can go on, like. So I'll just show you, and I'll just show you what I mean with when I say walk into her. So you ask. Yes. So when she came closer to you, you made room, you went backwards, and then you were like a bit half-hearted. Like, I mean, it's also the experience of the tools. I get that. But when she comes in like that, walk into her. Okay? And I know you got trouble bringing that energy up like I do, but you could put the stick in between you and her, right? You could literally just go like this. Oh, sorry, I shouldn't have done that to you. Another option is if she really, you could just put your hand out and block her with your hand. Yeah, see how she walks off with that? So she's very sensitive. So now she was asking a question though. I'll just say, no, we still keep going. So just be very clear. And it won't take a lot of moments for her to respect that space. Okay, but it will take a couple of very clear moments from you. Okay. Even if that means that you might have to tap her with the stick, but she needs to have clarity and she needs to take you serious in that ask. Okay. I know it's getting dark, but can you just try one more time, because I don't want to leave you for the whole week not knowing what to do if that happens. Just like that. Yep. Okay, just experiment with that now. Just walk into her shoulder and see if she moves out of your way. Yeah. Did you feel that? Yeah. She feels that too, right? It doesn't take a lot.